Okay, let's dive into something many people grapple with. After years of English classes in school, why is actually speaking it still such a hurdle for so many in India?
Right. Is it just about vocabulary or grammar rules?
Exactly. Our source material suggests it's, well, quite a bit deeper than just that.
Yeah, the sources point to a whole mix of things, really. It's not just the language itself. It's
Hmm.
about how it's taught, those sort of psychological walls people put up, even how society views English speakers.
Totally. So, our mission here is to unpack those real reasons, sticking strictly to the source material we have.
Right. Pull out the key insights.
Yeah, let's get into what's really going on beneath the surface.
Okay, so first up, based on the sources, the actual approach in education.
Right.
A big point is that students often learn about English. The rules, the structure.
Like it's a science subject.
Exactly. Not learning in English, not using it actively.
So lots of focus on writing, memorizing grammar.
Mm-hmm. But the sources say actual speaking, real conversation. That often gets sidelined.
And that kind of learning, that lack of interaction, feeds right into the next point from the sources.
Yeah.
This fear.
Oh, absolutely. A really big psychological barrier. The fear of messing up, making mistakes.
It feels vulnerable, right?
Very. And the sources capture it perfectly with that phrase.
Log kakahenge.
Yeah, log kai ka hinge if I speak wrong English. What will people think?
That fear of being judged, it just stops people. They don't even try.
And layered on top of that fear, the sources bring up MTI, mother tongue influence.
Which isn't just about accent, is it?
No, not solely. It's also how your first language's sentence patterns, its structure, can sort of bleed into your English.
Because the sources gave those examples like,
The key's coming now. We're starting with myself Ramesh.
right, you can see the direct carryover from regional language patterns.
Exactly. And combine that with the fear we mentioned.
And the fact that, as the sources point out, there just aren't many chances to practice in the real world.
Precisely. English stays mostly in the classroom, like an academic subject.
Not a living tool for communication.
So you might know the rules, technically.
But you don't get that crucial experience, that fluency that comes from just doing it.
Which leads to another interesting point from the material, this grammar perfection trap.
Ah, yes. The idea that you have to nail all the grammar before you dare to speak.
Right. But the sources argue, pretty convincingly actually.
It's the other way around.
Exactly. You often get a better feel for grammar, internalize it better by speaking, by trying, making mistakes, figuring it out.
Waiting for perfection just means, well, silence.
Mm-hmm. And the sources also touch on the bigger picture, the mindset stuff.
Like English being seen as a status language.
Yeah, that whole English equals intelligence idea, which is really unhelpful.
Just ramps up the pressure, makes every little slip feel like a huge failure.
Totally. Instead of just focusing on, being clear, the sources mention this confusion about accents, too.
Right. People thinking they need some specific foreign accent.
When really, the goal should just be clear communication, understandable speech.
Okay, so pulling this together, what does it all mean for you if you're trying to improve your spoken English?
Well, the sources suggest realizing these hurdles are common. They're often systemic, related to teaching methods and mindsets.
It's not just a personal failing.
Not at all. And the sources give some concrete takeaways. The main message:
Start speaking now.
yes.
Yeah.
Don't wait. Surround yourself with English music, shows, whatever.
Practice, practice, practice. Be aware of MTI, maybe, but don't obsess over it.
The sources even suggest recording yourself. See how you sound, track progress.
It's about shifting, isn't it? From being a passive learner of English
To an active user in English.
So to wrap this deep dive, the source material leaves us with a challenge, a practical one.
Yeah, it's pretty correct.
Commit to speaking only in English for 10 minutes. Just 10 minutes a day.
Every day for a week? With anyone, or even just talking to yourself.
It cuts right to the core issue, doesn't it? Lack of practice, fear of trying.
It's a great way to start breaking down that barrier.
So think about what we've unpacked from these sources. What really stands out to you? And hey, maybe give that 7-day challenge